Every so often, a bunch of new series make their debut in Weekly Shounen Jump. A few weeks ago, two new series were introduced, namely Aliens Area and RuriDragon. And although both series are still in their beginning stages, with each of them having around 5 or 4 chapters out currently, I think both of them look quite promising so far. I can see both of them getting enough popularity in their trial period, such that they will continue to publish new chapters every week. Then again, I have no idea how Japanese people view these series. All I can base their popularity on is the number of their corresponding pages on the official Manga Plus website, so be aware that my opinion might be completely off. Anyway, in this video I mainly want to talk about RuriDragon, as it's kind of different from what you would expect in Weekly Shounen Jump magazine. This is the same magazine that popular series like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, you get the point, had their manga series featured in. And these are all manga that are extremely battle shonen. I mean, it's in the name, right? What's weird about RuriDragon is that it strays away from that completely, because so far, RuriDragon is just a light-hearted slice of life comedy. And I love it. I've always said that slice of life series are hugely underappreciated in the anime and manga community, but that's beside the point. Now, the future of this series is still very much uncertain, as Shonen Jump access shows every so often depending on their popularity polls in Japan. But I just hope with all of my heart that this one will be able to get through it, because it is a really good read. I think it's a good fit for a replacement for Magu-chan, which got axed recently, although I think this is better as a pure slice of life series. Now, to talk about the content of the manga itself. So RuriDragon is about a girl named Ruri, obviously, who is just an average high school girl. At least that's what she thought, because in the first few pages of the manga we see that she has just grown some horns. And as it turns out, she is the daughter of a human and a dragon. And because she is in her puberty, she is growing her dragon traits as well. This is all revealed to us in chapter 1, but the standout thing of this chapter isn't necessarily the plot, it's in the vibe that the manga gives off. I'm not sure how to describe it exactly, but it feels very laid back and wholesome so far. A little bit like Dragon Maid. And this is reflected especially in the reactions people, including herself, have to her having these horns. She herself isn't shocked in any huge way, visibly at least. She just seems to see it as another thing she has to deal with during her normal life. And she doesn't look forward to the attention she will most likely get because of them. Her classmates do not react in an overly enthusiastic or maybe completely different, a bullying way. They rather react in the same way you or I would when a classmate or a close friend walks in with a strange new haircut, with curiosity and a sort of lighthearted making fun of them. And all of this is contained within the vibe of the manga, which makes reading it feel very different from the other series being published in Weekly Shounen Jump. And for a new manga series in Weekly Shounen Jump, you need that element of uniqueness, something that makes you stand out from the other series in order to gain any sort of traction and attract a sizable audience each and every week. I mean, even for a slice of life, it feels very different from something such as Spy Family, which I would argue is at least in some small part a slice of life. And it's because of this that I think that it has a lot of potential as a manga. Because of its laid-backness, its overall relaxed way of storytelling, and its unique vibe, it's probably really easy to just start reading it at any random chapter and be able to follow along. I mean, maybe you can't follow everything completely because obviously there's still some red line in terms of story in there. I just mean to say that this manga has captured the vibe it wants to give off so well that any reader can probably pick it up at any random chapter and would be able to determine whether they like the manga as a whole or not. And they would also be able to read along, because they would get swept up along in that vibe. And I'm probably being really repetitive in my descriptions here. But to summarize everything I wanted to say, it's just vibes, dude. Sorry, that was really cringe. I can't give any certainties to whether it will continue to get published or not, but I like the way it's going so far. As for Aliens Area, I think it shares at least a little bit of its premise with both Jujutsu Kaisen and Monster No. 8, where all three of them have a main character that is going to be fighting the antagonistic force by sort of fusing with one of them, and they then get powers from that fuse and are able to fight off the antagonists in that way. Of course, with the antagonistic force in Jujutsu Kaisen being the curses, in monster number 8 being the monsters, and the ones here being the aliens. It also reminds me a little bit of Men in Black, but I guess we'll just have to see how this story develops further. Out of the two newcomers, currently RuriDragon is my favorite. I'm quite into slice of life series and manga, so it's really cool to see a slice of life in Weekly Shounen Jump. That doesn't mean I don't like Aliens Area, but with how unique RuriDragon feels, I'm hinting more towards that side. Anyway, please give these series a try. You can read them both completely free and legal on the Manga Plus website, just like all the other Weekly Shounen Jump or Shounen Jump magazine series. It only takes about 5 minutes to read a chapter. Let me know what you think about it if you do end up reading it, either by posting a comment or joining me on one of my Twitch streams if I ever do stream again. And that's it for me. Have a very nice day. See you later. Bye.